Hammer time!
Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares. Welcome back to Hammer Horror Month, also known as September. This is a segment I'm doing with my good buddy Joe the Horror Man, where we're going to talk about a different Hammer film every day for the month of September. Today, we're going to be talking about The Phantom of the Opera. Phantom of the Opera is a 1962 film which runs approximately 84 minutes and is directed by one of my favorites, Terence Fisher. Now, he was responsible for The Devil Rides Out, The Gorgon, and Frankenstein Created Woman. Now, the stars Herbert Lom as the Phantom, Heather Sears as Christine Charles, and Edward de Souza as Harry Hunter. This also has Michael Gough as the owner of the opera. Now, this was done for £180,000, and at one point, Christopher Lee was considered for the Phantom part. He was all over the place. All right. I was debating on whether or not to go into a synopsis for the Phantom of the Opera. I'm just going to give a real brief one. Basically, what you have is a musician, and this is pretty standard for most of the Phantom of the Opera remakes and adaptions. You have a musician who is taken advantage of by someone. An accident happens and they end up disfigured, which is why they wear the mask. And they wreak havoc on the actual opera house itself, trying to put the person who did something bad to them out of business. That's basically what it's about, while falling in love, of course, with one of the opera singers, so on and so forth. That's pretty much the standard story of Phantom of the Opera. Doesn't matter if it's Phantom of the Paradise, the one with Robert Englund, or the musical. It's just kind of the standard story. Of course, there's a few variations here and there, but it's pretty much all the standard story. Now, I happen to like the Hammer version better than most. Now, Joe and I also covered the Universal Monster Phantom of the Opera. That one I felt was not only too long, it had too much music in it. Now, too much music, it's Phantom of the Opera. Well, a lot of times there were complete songs in it, which is fine with me. I love music. And I do actually even like opera, some. But it just seemed like it was too much. Almost like they were trying to prove a point. In this one, I felt there was just enough, and it was almost like a stage play. Even though that's what opera is, but it just seemed more involved and more colorful for the Hammer's Phantom of the Opera. And it's a lot shorter. Coming in at 84 minutes, that's quite a bit shorter than the Universal one. I do love the original silent one as well. But, I don't know, I've always liked this story where the Phantom is kind of lurking around this opera house, trying to wreak havoc on everything and everyone. It's just a really cool story. I can see why it's been done so many times. Definitely check out Hammer's Phantom of the Opera, and don't forget to check out Joe's review for The Phantom of the Opera. Physical media matters, and until next time, peace.